Imagine looking at a pristine lake, right? From the surface, it looks completely flat, just this perfect reflection of the sky.
Yeah, super calm.
Exactly. But then you put on a pair of polarized sunglasses, and suddenly you see the rocks, the depth, the fish swimming beneath.
It cuts right through the glare.
Yes. And that is the exact difference between hearing a song on your phone speaker and hearing it through a true studio monitor. Welcome to today's deep dive, where we are decoding exactly how a studio-grade speaker pulls off that magic trick.
And we have a great example today looking at the spec sheet for the Kramer Dolev 560000007.
Okay, let's unpack this. We're looking at a two-way bi-amplified speaker featuring a 5.25-inch fiberglass woofer and a 1-inch neodymium soft dome tweeter.
It sounds like a lot of jargon, I know, but it really all just comes down to physics. What's fascinating here is how the materials dictate the sound. Take that neodymium tweeter, for instance.
Right, neodymium is like a super strong magnet, isn't it?
Yeah, the strongest commercial magnet available.
Yeah.
And using it means the tweeter can react to electrical signals instantly. There's zero lag, so you get these incredibly crisp, snappy, high frequencies.
Oh, wow, that makes sense. And then the woofer is fiberglass, so it's super rigid but lightweight.
Exactly. It can move air for those bass frequencies really rapidly, but it won't warp or distort the sound under pressure.
And all of this is housed in a magnetically shielded wooden cabinet, right? Which, wood naturally absorbs unwanted internal echoes.
Yeah, and that magnetic shielding is huge. It ensures your computer monitor or other electronics nearby won't create some weird buzzing interference.
It's totally isolated, but looking at the back of the unit, it's just covered in all these different professional inputs. You've got balanced XLR, a 14-inch TRS, and an unbalanced RCA. Like, why does one speaker need so many?
Well, it essentially needs to act as a universal translator. Those balanced inputs, the XLR and TRS, they actually use 3 wires instead of 2.
Wait, 3 watts?
Yeah, they run 2 copies of the audio signal in reverse polarity. It basically cancels out any electronic noise picked up along the cable run.
Oh, that's clever. And the RCA is unbalanced, so that's for standard consumer gear. So whether you plug in a high-end mixing board or just a basic living room turntable, it flawlessly speaks the language.
Exactly. You always get a clean signal.
Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting. The spec sheet says this thing is bi-amplified. And that sounds amazing on a feature list, but I had to ask, is this just audio snob overkill? Realistically, my single-amp living room speaker sounds fine.
I get that a lot, but think about it like cooking a really complex meal in a kitchen.
Okay, I'm listening.
Right, so if you have one chef trying to sear a steak on the grill and frost a delicate pastry at the exact same time, the results get, well, messy.
Oh, I see. You need a dedicated grill master for the heavy lifting and a pastry chef for the fine details.
Yes. In audio, if one amplifier tries to push out a massive bass drop and a subtle acoustic guitar pluck simultaneously, the frequencies actually fight each other.
Which is what you call intermodulation distortion, right? The heavy bass physically distorts the delicate highs, and it just muddies up the whole track.
You nailed it. So, biamplification solves that exact bottleneck. This Kramer speaker uses a 50-watt RMS Class AB amplifier system to split the workload.
So it's sending, what, 30 watts to the tweeter and 30 watts to the woofer?
Yep, independently. And that Class AB designation is crucial too. It combines the pure, distortion-free sound of a Class A amp with the power efficiency of a Class B.
Meaning you get really loud, pristine audio, but the amplifier isn't going to overheat on you.
Exactly. But because this setup is so precise, it's also incredibly unforgiving if you set it up wrong.
Right. You can't just plug everything in blind and cross your fingers.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, if your impedance is mismatched or you use the wrong network cables, all that fancy fiberglass and neodymium won't save you.
So that explains who is actually buying a highly specific $322 piece of audio gear. They need expert help.
Oh, absolutely. If you look at reviews from the distributor, HDTV Supply, buyers rely heavily on human expertise. Niche tech requires specialized support.
Yeah, I noticed that people were specifically praising this employee named Rachel in the reviews.
Yeah, calling her a rock star.
Right, because she literally catches ordering mistakes before the gear even ships. She's making sure buyers actually get the complex gear they need, not just what they guessed they needed.
In high-end AV, human error really is the biggest bottleneck to pure sound. Having someone catch a compatibility error is arguably just as critical as the engineering inside the speaker.
So what does this all mean? Decoding these specs, it really gives you a new appreciation for the sheer engineering required to reproduce the audio we consume every single day.
Yeah, every single component, from the magnets to the amplifier class, exists purely to get out of the way of the original recording.
It's material science and physics working perfectly together. So I want to leave you with this thought. Look at your own living room speakers or headphones right now.
Give them a good look.
Are you actually hearing the full truth of your favorite tracks? Or are there hidden layers of sound just waiting to be unlocked by something studio grade?